Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mancion. I thought I come and say hello to continue to discuss those ideas about the spirit realm. For we are here as light workers to teach humanity the road of spirit, to understand spirit to all of humanity. For we, it's so much to. It's a big job, but it's like we only do one at a time, one person at a time, one heart at a time. As we continue to grow, the world grows with us, and so we are moving towards this future paradise. For this is the essence of I think the name of the song. No, it's called Pastime Paradise. But we may as well. We do not want to be nostalgic about the future. We want to create. Since time does not exist, the only thing we can do is rearrange our vision of our life in the future, or recreate a new future that is completely aligned with the highest capacity, the highest vision, the highest joy, the highest fulfillment, the highest abundance, the highest creativity. And every moment we have always that choice to do this, to stay tuned to that frequency. The highest wisdom for us today is the persecution and the inquisition. We have to let go of. We have to free ourselves from that. It's a matter of being dead. But the problem with this death and rebirth is that we have this inner self that's getting ready to be born, but there is certain part of us that are holding on to this old life, like I'm going to fight for my life, for the old life. So we want to let go of all this persecution and acquisition, find the true freedom within, and then ask the universe to provide the circumstances, and then the wisdom lies in spirituality and religion, following your inner guidance, following your heart. What needs to be understood is love that is not shared. For love is a flow. Love is if some people do not reciprocate, just we have to let them go. And then we understand Egypt. We understand the power. Those pyramids in Egypt. I was talking about this. They're not just. They're a great Akashic library, but they're also a cosmic library, because the Earth, the whole planet, is a great cosmic library, because it stands at a certain place in the Milky Way where all the many civilizations have deposited their history, their gene pool, and they're like many. There's so many different. For we are all so different inside. It's just we all chose to manifest in the similar form as human beings. For there's great differentiation in relationship to what life is on the earth, depending on where we're born, our conditioning, what we believe, all those things. And so, those pyramids will be reactivated. We're going to be retuning to this knowledge, this information. What we need to do is man, woman. We need to be blended between our mental, our emotional, and yet so it's about finding more neutrality. It's the way I read the card, and the outcome is the grand priest or priestess. That means returning. The whole process that we've been going through is to return us to our innate powers, to this power of all kinds of new powers, new energies, new life, new everything that is, in essence, what we're seeking is to resolve this puzzle. We have this kind of puzzle. Our life is like a tapestry, but from individual perspective, it sometimes looks like a puzzle, and we want to find the piece that makes all the other piece work. The Gestalt, the one that which is the soul, the spirit, it is God, and this is the piece that makes everything work. So this is really what we want to tune into, to resolve this human equation: mental, physical, emotional, and astral. And for we are all reaching for this perfect harmonization, this perfect union between the yang and the yin, between everything in the universe. Everybody's always looking for the balance out in this dual world, those two energies. Yet when we find soul, we find God, and so there is a resolution and then there's of course new challenges on the higher planes. But we have to relearn every time we move to one level to another. We have to relearn everything, but we have to qualify. Before we move from one level to another, there's certain things we need to have mastered before we can be elevated from level to level. So I wanted to also, in the ocean there was a bit cleansing. Is the unicorns, there's those the cetacean, the narvals they're called. They're like unicorns of the sea. They are cleansing they're doing a lot of work to cleanse their magical beings, and they are cleansing the bottom of the ocean, and the unicorn on the astral planes are cleansing the astral the air part, because there is two very dominant species on the planet. There is man on the land, and the cetacean on the ocean. The ocean is greater than the land. There is more land in the ocean. And when you're on aquatic beings, there is more. It's the biggest space on the earth, and there are civilizations that live, sentient, intelligent civilization that lives in the, like in this movie, The Abyss. There is beings that are that have always lived under the water. We'll discover them as well. I was looking into the monoatomic gold. It's to eat. I'm not sure. It seems like it might be a really good thing. It's kind of interesting. For gold is. I was also looking into alchemistry process. I do believe that we could purify the gold to make it liquid, like 40 karat liquid gold, like there is on some other planets. But it's just a matter of. We're going to be discovering all kinds of new sciences as time goes by. In some sense, on the general psychological, political scene, people have lost faith in a lot of parts of the systems, but they have gained faith in themselves. The whole point of that was to build in this trust, this confidence within oneself. So we want to understand also we left a trail of consciousness when we descended from spirit. We left a duplicate of ourselves in every dimension. So we already have the link. We just got to use this spiritual connection that we've already created when we descended. We just got to remember. Memory is very there is only one future that is available for us. It's a multi-dimensional future. It is a realm of light, a realm of beauty, a realm of truth, and it's a world of peace, joy, freedom, abundance on the physical plane as well. And so. We do have to accept the perfection of the inner world, and the outer world is not perfect. Sometimes it's the level of perfection, level of imperfection. So it's like we have to accept to blend into those two universes, but not to compromise our inner universe in relationship to the imperfection of the outer universe. For the inner universe is truly perfect. It is divine. It was created whole. And so was the physical universe. It will take time to get there. The point of it's called evolution, the process of evolution. So we want to follow this road of spirit, and we want to follow. It's not easy to exist in those two dimensions, but we will follow the Tao, follow the way. And we're understanding we're only testing very little tiny parts. When we move to we will finally move into the fullness of the fifth dimension. It's going to be a feast of consciousness. There is this incredible celebration that will be beyond anything we can imagine, which is good. That spirit keeps the experience for when we're ready for something. So there is a progressive path of consciousness that is. Whatever we receive, we share the overflow, everything that's because we receive more and more and more, and so so it's important to continue to teach humanity spirit, what you know, what you feel, so did I pull some cards? I'm not sure if I pulled some. Yeah, I pulled some cards already. The paintings behind me, this is a portrait, I can't really see it, but it's a portrait of a muse called Tali. There's 9 muses, the daughters of Mnemosyne and Zeus, and they are Tali is she came down, so I said, where can I do a painting? And so she's the muse of comic poetry. There is 9 muses, and I enjoy the company of the muse, and so I'm starting to paint them. And here's what's about the twin universe. Our universe has been reflected by a central perfect universe always. So it's about those whatever happens in the cosmos is always been reflected to balance out with the paradise energies of the central universe. And so this painting is like two rings that are intertwined, and then it's like this great spiral that goes around it. Well, I finished with a song. It's a song of Stevie Wonder. It's called Pastime Paradise. It's about living in the future. Shame to anyone who's been living in a pastime paradise. It's a difficult song, but I thought I'd do something. Just finish with a song. They've been spending most their life living in a pastime paradise. They've been spending most their life living in a pastime paradise. They've been wasting most their lives glorifying the days long gone behind. They've been wasting most their days in remembrance of ignorance, oldest praise. Tell me who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? dissipation, race relations, consolation, segregation, dispensation, isolation, exploitation, mutilation, mutations, miscreations, confirmations to the evils of the world. They've been spending most their life living in a future paradise. They've been spending most their lives living in a future paradise. They've been looking in their minds for the day those sorrows gone from time. They keep telling of the day when the Savior of love will come to stay. Tell me who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? Proclamation of race relations, consolation, integration, verification of revelations, proclamation, world salvation, vibration, simulation, confirmation to the peace of the world. They've been spending most their life living in a pastime paradise. They've been spending most their lives living in a pastime paradise. They've been spending most their lives living in a future paradise. They've been spending most their lives living in a future paradise. They've been spending too much of our life living in a pastime paradise. Start living all our life, living for a future paradise. Praise to our lives, living in for future paradise. Shame to anyone lives, living in a pastime paradise. Well, I'm sorry that I don't have music with me. Soon it will change. We're going to be able to move on to the next level. So I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.